So the definition of empowerment is the process of becoming stronger and more confident, especially in claiming one's life and in claiming one's rights.
To me, it's really easy. And if you think about the technologies today that can even examine patients remotely, or you have devices like this, the Med one, for example, which can do a number of physical examinations remotely.
There are a few skills that we can develop now to be able to help us future-proof some areas of our life in the future.
But my interest is passions about how we make healthcare more equitable. Let's look at this. This is a graph of the GDP across hospitals, across healthcare systems in countries around the world. You can see that currently the healthcare costs are rising year on year across the globe. It's becoming unaffordable.
There are really 6 themes that emerge as the root cause. The first, the high risk of contracting and transmitting the virus. The second, fear of exposing family members to the virus. And I think when we think about caregivers, we often think about individuals, but sometimes we forget to expand that to the family systems in which they are functioning, existing, and supported.
So don't get misled by some of the glorious stories of the past, because we love the narration of they were basically easily doing this, like Edison and others. They were actually gone through a lot of different crises or unfortunate, circumstances, but yet they overcame and, provided us with a lot of inspirational success.
So one of the things that Generation Z and the Alphas and the Millennials ask is, what are you doing for society? How are you engaging this diversity and inclusion? How is your company or your organization giving back?
So let's think a little bit how healthcare is particularly shifting in this era. We tend to think of healthcare usually happening in the clinical facility, like the hospital, but we're really moving from the hospital to the home, or the hospital. We're thinking about how we can democratize healthcare in different ways and how we can almost reimagine and rethink health in general.
At YMCA, we believe that the foundation for resilience is really around treating everybody holistically through balance and harmony.
A painter looks at a blank canvas with promise. He or she thinks and anticipates every element of their being will rise up to produce a masterpiece unlike the world has ever seen before.
Aging is simply the combination of the two processes that you're seeing here on this slide. First of all, a process that goes on literally throughout life, starting before we're born, whereby our metabolism, in other words, the network of processes that keep us alive from one day to the next.
Really important for us not to pause living while we deal with challenge.
The WHO had implemented the International Health Regulation in 2005, which is a legally binding instrument of law, basically urging countries to work together to save lives, and improve health outcomes, prevent the spread of disease and other health issues.
One of the biggest challenges that we as a society are all going through right now as we speak in real time. How do you find yourself, your journey? How do you define your path during a pandemic as crazy and unprecedented as this?